How many times have you heard someone say, if I had his money, I'd do things my way? But little they know that it's so hard to find one rich man in 10 with a satisfied mind. Well, giving credit to Joe Red Hayes and his buddy Jack Rhodes, who wrote that folk song, which was performed by people over and over again, including the rock band Byrds, and one of my sons at his grandmother's funeral, who had requested that song during the ceremonies. Services, I guess, is a better word for a funeral. But what's the point? The point of that song is, what is success? What is a satisfied mind? And that's what we're going to take a look at on the Coach Casey channel today. And I hope that it's provocative enough for you, because I think we need to question, what is success? When do you feel successful? When do you feel like you've met a challenge, you've reached a goal? When do you feel complete? What time in your life is it that you say, I did it, I'm a success? Is it because you say so? Is it because other people say so? Please let me know in the comments below your answers to those questions I just mentioned about when is it that you feel complete and you feel successful. Because we're sold a bill of goods. I'm sorry, but we need to start challenging what we define as success in our culture. I mean, you take a look at the media, take a look at, what you're taught from childhood, and what is success? Big car, big house, couple certificates on the wall like this, okay? Beautiful wife, husband, partner, 2 dogs, 3 kids, trips around the world, all of that. But beneath all of that is where success lies. Those are just the outer trappings of acquisition. And in a credit-based society, it's easy to acquire things because they're throwing credit at you, like candy. Here, 5,000, 10,000, credit increase, spend more, spend more, spend more. We live in a spending economy that doesn't allow us a minute to reflect on who we really are and what we want to do with life. And I regret the person who goes through all of that only to find in a dark, dark time of their life that it was all a joke, that it wasn't worth it. How many athletes and entertainers that we idolize and look at them as megastars end up being publicized for personal problems and rehab and suicides and bankruptcy? You see, wrong yardstick for success, wrong yardstick. So stick around on the Coach Casey channel. And, speaking of success, I guess one definition of success on YouTube is the number of subscribers, and the number of views and all these algorithmic things, if I said that correctly. So I'm hoping that you can help my channel grow, because I'm not asking you for money. I'm asking you to stick around and listen to ideas that can help us become a better person, particularly in managing success and stress and anxiety and loneliness and depression and drinking and drugs and guns and violence and everything else that's going absolutely off the charts in this country we all love so much. That's all my political speech is going to be for today. Let's get back and focus on what is a success. Getting back to some examples, I once knew a young woman who had a master's degree in education and taught school. And she met a very interesting man who had a background in horses and horse racing. And together they got married and they bought a small farm and they raised their children there. And she gave up teaching and she replaced it with taking care of horses and chickens and even llamas, and growing a small garden with carrots and potatoes and tomatoes, and lived that way for a long time, and still lives that way now, and was one of the happiest people that I've ever met. And take a look for yourself and flip through a history book if you don't know who she is, or, okay, we're lazy, Google Helen Keller and take a look at all of the handicaps she had to success and how she influenced the world, because she knew a secret, that success is based upon our service to others. Success is based upon our service to ourself. Let me repeat that. Our service to ourself and our service to others equals success. Now hold on, we'll keep moving. I'm asking you to ask yourself, when are those moments, those activities, those milestones when you feel successful? And what does success feel like? Is it an electric shock through your body? Is it a calming? Is it pride? What does success feel like to you, and what brings it on? Because I think the artificial trappings of success that are brought to us by the world around us, as I said earlier, are very, very shallow and don't last. Our success has to be lasting. And the first step on to the pathway of success is knowing and respecting ourselves. Taking that dive, being introspective, seeing how we filter the world through our eyes, understanding our emotions, our frame of reference, because we can't communicate success to anybody if we ourselves don't feel like a success. If we feel no confidence, if we're anxious, if we're depressing, if we're always giving people bad news about ourselves, something's missing, folks. I would not define that as success. I would define success as that long sleep you get every night that's comfortable and full of good thoughts. I would define success as your patience with other people. I would define success as your adherence to your own beliefs and your own values, whatever those may be, and not superimposed by some candidate, corporation, media, book, film, theater, performance. None of that. It's all part of life and we absorb all of it, but it's not what's going to get us across the finish line. See, I think sometimes, to totally digress on this idea, we got this, kind of concept in our society that, okay, you're going to grow up, you're going to go to school, you're going to get a job, and at this point in time, you're going to be a success, and your kids are going to go away and go to school themselves, and then you're going to be what? Retired. What's that mean? Retired from what? Retired from life? I don't want to retire from life. I want to be a success until this factory that's inside of me, that includes my heart, decides like, hey, Coach Casey, time's up. Time for you to take the step across the curtain, or wherever you want to call it. So I hope I haven't blathered too much about this for you, but I want you to think it through. Because I think if you re-engineer your concept of success, you're going to find yourself less stressed out trying to reach goals that are not for you. Trying to reach some pinnacle of artificial, superficial success that later on feels hollow. Let's not be hollow. Let's not have a hollow life. Let's start by taking that inner journey. Success is being a service to yourself and a service to others. So I hope some of that resonated with you, and I hope you like and subscribe to the Coach Casey channel. I'm not looking for dollars here, right? I'm not telling you, buy me a coffee, contribute to this, contribute to that. I'm asking you to please like and subscribe and share these videos and come back for more. I feed off of your suggestions in the comments, so please provide that as well. But in the meantime, I'll see you in the future.